All right, cool. So, finally, uh, felt the need to get back into this again, and I wanted to start working on the AI and making it actually, see things, and respond appropriately. This will possibly be quite a short video because it's actually surprisingly straightforward to use the built-in perception system so far until I start making it work a bit better. But for the most part, I found some code online that just works. I need to add a couple of odds and ends to it, but I will do my best to explain a few things. Um, and we'll go from there. So I'm just going to clean it up a bit. So the perception system in the Unreal Engine, I believe, is quite effective. I've tried using it in another game I was working on before, and it seemed very good at what it does. And there is an extension to the perception system called EQS, which I think is environment. Oh God, hang on. I'll find it before I complete it. But environment query system. So you got this. Let's just find an example. Hang on. So it does the same thing. I think it utilizes the perception system, but I believe it's an extension of it for the behavior tree as well. But you don't have to use a behavior tree for it. But the idea is if I scroll down, blah, 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 move to here. Because we, blah, 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 targets, update site. It's basically the same kind of thing as the perception system I'm using at the moment. But it does. I was gonna just show a nice example. They had a really cool like debug example in here, yeah, before. Let me just find it here. Just a picture of it. Here you go. So this is essentially what it does, and it you give it like a grid and it determines whatever you want it to determine on the grid. My understanding of it is you use it for getting an AI to go towards the nearest health kit or weapon, to navigate around like cover systems and stuff, so you can make them move towards cover, and all that kind of stuff. So that's my aim with this eventually, is to make the AI behave better than they are at the moment. Currently it's a bit shit. So the idea here is you set up a AI perception component, and we're inside the context of the controller. You then add a site config, which is you've got this UAI sense config site, and as you can imagine, there is also, in fact, I could probably get the ReSharper to tell me all the other variations, or maybe not. Is it hearing? Hang on, let's go in here and do this. No results found. That's interesting. And what happens if I go here? I just want to see if I can find it. Ah, here we go. Right. So you've got blueprint, surprisingly. Damage, hearing, prediction. I'm going to have to look into these. Team, touch, all that kind of stuff. I'm curious about prediction. Let me just look into this, because I'm curious as to what the purpose of this. Is anyone? I mean, this is just going to give me the code stuff. Prediction sense. Okay, I'm going to look into this later. My aim here was to avoid. Can I? Oh, I can. My aim here is to avoid doing all the googling and stuff whilst you guys are here watching the video. So there you go. So there's a lot more to it than what I'm currently using it for, but as of right now, I'm just using the site. So I don't fully understand this, of course, but I've got it set up to a point where it works. The AI will detect and then lose detection of various targets and things. And so what we do here is I guess this configure sense sets up this site config based on our perception component. I assume it sets various internal properties and things. Curious, can we? Yeah, it's just new config, adds a new one, adds sense. Yeah, fair enough. It's just setting up some basic properties and things. Cool. And then we set the dominant sense. I'm guessing that's going to be like a priority order of some persuasion. Again, I might as well just have a quick look. Set dominant sense. Curious. Okay. Perhaps, yeah, I would assume it's like some kind of priority system. So you say, if you've got a creature that's blind, maybe it uses its hearing more, and you'll get more accurate updates about hearing than you would with like touch or something. And then all we do, like quite a lot of the Unreal Engine stuff, you hook into the perception updated method, add a dynamic, and you add your own method here. You can obviously call the method what you like. I'm just keeping it consistent, but all you have to do is make sure it has a array of actor pointers, and that's it. So my understanding of this from what I did before is this is an array of actors that have had their perception your perception of them has since changed. So to give you an example, you have the player and an AI. The player starts out of line of sight from the AI. Then as the player moves into sight of the AI, this will be triggered. There will likely be one actor in it, which will be the player. And then we can check our current sense of that player. Now, I can't exactly remember how you do it, but I think we go to our site config and we do it's either the config or the component. Let's try the component. Unlikely to be the component, but oh, okay, maybe it is. To get actor info. So for example, we'll just leave this as null for now. So then we get, okay, so this is our sense. Here we go. So it's all about stimulus. So essentially your character receives a stimulus, which in our case would be sight, and then you can check against a particular target, and then check what sense you have of it. So to put this in better words, what we would do in here is when this update happens, we know that our sense of the actors inside of here have changed. And so we need to somehow get what the sense currently is. And it's, in this case, it's either we can see them or we can't. Now, I'm not 100% sure whether this is the correct means of doing it, but so what we want, we want to do a loop over the actors. Okay, so initially, okay, if target null, we come down here, excuse all the errors here, or in fact I'll just tidy that up a bit. So if we don't have a target already, so the AI isn't currently following someone, then we want to definitely loop through all of the actors. And we want to check if the target is one of them. So, sorry, not if the target is one of them. We want to check the actors and see if they are an enemy. So, other dot. I've already forgotten how we do this in here. Event triggered, health change. Oh yeah, here we go. So, oh, have I not got my faction system in here yet? Oh yeah, I would need it in here because if anything's trying to kill us, it's obviously always going to be hostile to us. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, so is enemy? Oh, I need to cast it. Sorry. Right. Oh, it's one of those days, I swear. That would be why. Equal. Oh, hang on. Got mech. If no, right. Aha, excuse me. Right. Now we do mech dot so is enemy. Hang on, blah blah blah. E get faction. Yeah, okay. Right, so we do faction. I've already completely forgotten how my own damn faction system works. Let me close the engine code here. Blah 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 blah. Team. Get relationship. Right, there we go. And then we do Do we store the mech ourselves? No, we don't. So we just do mech. Get character. So that's getting us. Do I need an extra? Is it not eating? Do I have caps on? Huh, it's not finding it for some reason. Hang on. Steal it from here then. Oh my god. Why do you do this to me? Yeah, right. Sorry about all that. Yeah, that's why. And then we want I'll just do oh. Sorry, I'm making such a mess of this. Oh, right, okay. There, right. Oh, that was an ordeal. Yeah. Okay, so what we're doing here now is, so we have no target, so we haven't seen anything yet. Nothing's tried to kill us, but our perception's been updated. So currently that's just sight, but it could be hearing, touch, or whatever. Then what we do is we loop through all of the actors that we've just discovered with our perception. I'm casting it to a mech because that's probably all that's going to be seen. And then if we get the mechs, our relationship to them, and lo and behold, if it's an enemy, we probably want to be targeting it. So we want to do mech. And there we go. Right, so now we've got our target. So this is the generic side of doing the standard stuff here. And let's try this out. There's a couple other settings down here I'll go through at some point. But for now, I'll leave it. It seems to have its own relationship sort of friend-foe system built into it, which is fine. I just might stick with mine because I get more control over it, and it will be pertinent later. Or I could incorporate both of them somehow, but we'll figure that out. Okay. How interesting. Okay, let's see what's happening. So this is working before I made these changes. Okay, I need to lose sight. How interesting. Okay, so what I changed before is the degrees. I removed some things from here, so be detect friendlies. Perhaps they default to being neutral. And let's change that to 0.0 as well, because that shouldn't have been the problem. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to assume that neutral is the default relationship that the perception system uses. So we're probably have to work with it at some point, but that's not much of an issue. Oh, well, there you go. It works straight away. Okay, so let's see what we get. We get one actor. It's oh look, it's the player character, and we know that because it's the BP top-down character, and it's probably got a controller of something else. Anyway, yeah, there you go, top-down player controller. Wonderful. So, we come into here. Oh, I haven't changed the code. Have I? Okay, right, hang on, let's try this again. That's weird. I did do a compile, so I am whatever. Let's close down a couple of these because we don't really need to see them. Whilst we're here, don't need that either. Wonderful. Oh, I can't believe the AI is less than 100 lines of code. Right, here we go. Target is null. Continue. So it's a mech, we know that. That's cool. And in theory, there we go. Our relationship is hostile. So we set our target to the mech. And I'll just remove these. And then you can see this does the IC thing, and it behaves exactly as it did before because I haven't changed any of that. Now, what I haven't got, and this is why I'm implementing this system, as you can see, if I move behind here, they just casually shoot into the cube and the pillars. So, in theory, in fact, let me test this. So our perception's fine here. If I go here, that's interesting. Why does it keep triggering? Okay, I'll look into that. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, so it triggers again. I'm not sure why it's constantly triggering, but basically we need to test for the actors, check what perception we have of them, and if we lose sight, then we chase after them. So that's what we're trying to do. So in here we want this, and we probably want a break. So this is if we don't already have a target, so that's just normal stuff. And then this is if we have updated our stuff. So we know, so we have a target and we know the perception's updated. So we want to check our current state of our current perception of that target. So let's forget actor, hostile actors. That's a Boolean. So all we care about is our target, so we don't have to re-loop through the thing again. Oh, that's intriguing. Okay, I think I just need to do a Emma's mech. Does that work? Wait. Oh, I just need to dereference it. So let's see what this does. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to assume that if this is false, then we don't have any active stimulus on the on our target, and therefore we need to move to them. So where am I? Literally this. Copy that. I'll make this a method to avoid spamming it. Okay, so let's see what happens now. This isn't exactly what I'm hoping for, but ideally, after I do this, I make it possible for the AI to maneuver around things. Okay, you can see it kind of works. So, you know, shoot me. But as you can see, it gets stuck around the outside of this. And he doesn't quite manage to move here. So I think I'm probably doing this wrong. So let me just have a look. Because this is probably a really basic thing. Here we go. Oh, there's actually just someone else's asked. Cool. Okay, well, here we go. Okay, so we want to we get active perception, get the player pawn. We're getting the stimulus. That's interesting. Okay. So what we want to do instead and this is an out parameter by the looks of it, so what type is it? Active perception blueprint info. Interesting. Fair enough. And then we're doing get the info, get last sent stimulus. Since successfully sensed. That's interesting. Okay. So it'd be info dot they're just getting the first. So we might want to loop through this. So it'd be for FAI stimulus. So stimulus and FAI, whoops, stim dot type. We want to check that it's our site config. Get sense ID. And then we want to check whether the stimulus, what was it called? Was successfully sensed. If not, then we do all of this. So this kind of worked. But this seems like a bit more explicit. I'm just going to close it and start it again. Just to be safe. So we're getting the AI character's current perception, putting it into an out parameter of this info, checking all of our stimulus. We're then checking the stimulus of our site. So we get the type is an ID, which relates to our sense ID, which if it gets generated or is fixed. And then if it wasn't successfully sensed, then we need to move again. So hopefully he's kind of having the same troubles, but it's actually, that's pretty good. Even on just a basic level. This is the issue I don't understand. Clearly we can't see each other. Is there how do I do this? There's a AI debugging system somewhere. Oh, I swear I just crossed it. Oh, for some reason this text really messes with me sometimes. Maybe it's not in here. Okay, to Google real quick. Oh, okay. So that. Man, that's so cool. Okay, so interesting. So you can see it trying. I feel like we need some kind of tolerance. So let's have a look at this. AI perception tolerance. Okay, fair enough. Just look at this. Sounds interesting. Yeah, that's different from what I want. Let's think about this. Perception events. Let's manually search because I've got this anyway. So site config dot. Use site radius minimum. Okay, perhaps it's this. So they have to be within the same site as when they started. Okay, so stop this. Welcome viral, hopefully works. Because we obviously we want them to walk around pillars and things. Hmm. How interesting. And I know a way to fix this myself. That's so cool. That's quite something, seeing it live, figuring it out and stuff. Oh, now you see me? No, you don't. So it's this situation I need to fix. So I'll just mess around for a bit longer. See what other options I have. Near clipping radius. Can be used with point of view backward offset. Will act as close awareness and peripheral vision. Range which will be replaced when doing replace condition. Oh, I don't know why that's. Maximum sight difference to see target that has already been seen. The threshold video. Sight radius. Detection by affiliation. That sounds quite useful. Oh my, there's so much stuff in this. Okay, I might have to come back to this part. I had some difficulties in my previous game when I tried this before. So the way we fix this is with very simple line traces. I say simple. So let's think about this. Oh, yeah, I suppose it needs to do that. Anyway, so we're going to do something outside of this. Oops. So we just want to, this is all my combat stuff at the moment. So we put all of that in there. So what we want is a line trace. So we want sphere. No, hang on, what is it? It's get world dot. How do I do this? Oh, I'm just gonna look at my other one of my other projects real quick. Hopefully it's just in the base AI here. Can see. Oh, no, come on. Okay, so I need this kind of stuff. I'm not going to take it exactly, but I'll put it in exactly for now. Because I need something close to it. Oh, yeah, okay, great. So we want to do. Okay, so yeah. Oh, wait, is it a line trace but with parameters? Or am I making this up? Let me just. I looked at this earlier. Multi-sphere. Out hits, inputs. Yeah, okay. So it's not done there, but it's part of the Ukismet library. System library. So we should be able to do something like system library. There we go. Sphere trace, multi. All the usual shenanigans. Okay, cool. Right, so we want I guess get character. Oh no, it's a world context. Get world. Start location. End location. So almost like we've done this before. Radius. Okay, so the radius is the important thing. So in here we're going to have we're actually going to rename. Hang on, let's do this properly because I quite like using this. It is the point of this. Let's stop that. We want to do a extensions, resharper, refactor this, signature. Okay, so this is going to be line trace to target. And then we want to add, and this is going to be, oh no, we don't want to add, let's just do that. Okay. We assume our target's not null, so why not? Target dot, hang on, as mech. This is something I'm going to need to change myself at some point. We'll figure that out. Capsule component dot get radius. Dot capsule radius. Oh hey. Okay, so can I? Okay, hang on. Capsule component dot h. Oh. Okay, it is there. I suppose that's a protected field. I guess we want to be using that. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. Is that what we want? Is that taken? No, that's fine. F trace type query channel, which is going to be ECC underscore pawn. False. Rams. Hang on. I guess we don't need this as it is. So we want a ignore list, which is going to be no. Can you not create local variable? No, there we go. Oh god, this is getting a bit much, isn't it? Sorry about all this. Ignore. This is just plenty parameters. Draw debug trace. None. True. That. And then we want hits. Get rid of that. Oh, sorry about this. It's just a lot of complexity here. There's just tons of parameters. Okay, so this bit's wrong. Don't care about that anymore. We want to refactor this signature. Turn hits. And this is the input that's wrong. Trace channel E. Right, finally. Okay, we're just going to comment this out. Okay, so it took a while. Let me explain this now. So, in essence, what we want to do is it a sphere trace? I'm pretty sure, or is it there's a box. I suppose it's a capsule trace actually. Maybe. Is it there a cylinder? Hang on a sec. Speeds a sphere along a given line and returns. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking for anyway. I'm curious. Debug. Let's try that. One frame. Okay, so this is hopefully so I can see what it's doing. So the aim here is we're doing a sphere trace multi, because if we hit anything other than our target in the radius of our target's capsule, so this will be like the thickness of what we're trying to kill, then we're going to assume that we can't actually see what we're trying to hit. So, the way we achieve this for now, so we don't actually need. Oh, we still need that, don't we? So we want to do a loop. Oh, hang on, I have an idea. So this is going to be T array hit result hits equals line trace to target actor location gonna really have to change this later. We're breaking all of my rules at the moment that I've set up this. Returns location, yeah, binding our value to I values non-standard format. Oh, that's unfortunate. So what we want is if hits greater than 1, sorry, hits.num. So if we've hit more than one thing, then we're going to move to our target. All right. Oh, good grief. Okay, so the reason we're doing this is if we ever see more than one thing, then evidently there's something in between us and the thing we're trying to shoot, and we'd be kind of screwed at that point. Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. don't know why I added the ampersand there. Come on. I believe it's going to be either really cool and work perfectly, or it's going to be terrible and work horribly. And then eventually we can stop doing this on tick, I hope. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, geez. Close. I feel like it's the move to actor that's screwing it up. Or are these not on the right channel? What collision are these set to? That's default. How do you do this again? It's edit. Project settings, collision. It's been a while. Reset. Why do you see what the default collision is? Is it? That's the name of it. I would assume the default would be a value somewhere. Yeah, it could be my collision. Because it works, but it does work with the others a bit. Anyway, I will figure this out a bit more myself, because I mean, this is just going to be playing with collision channels and messing with line traces and things. But hopefully you can see the idea. I don't know why it has to get so close, but it's clearly trying to maneuver. It's just this situation it gets stuck in a lot. Oh dear. Yeah, I need to figure that out. I love watching all these projectiles get created. Oh my god, look at them go. Okay, well, I will look into this, but I mean, the AI is already behaving better than it was before. I just feel like there's something else going a bit wrong here. Oh, right, I'll stop playing with it now. Right, I'll figure this out and probably do some posts on some forums and things, because I don't have a clue, to be honest. I've got a million and one ideas as to what it could be, but for now, this will do. I mean, it's a simple setup, a couple of properties here and there. Need to figure out the friend foe system for this. And then we should only have to do this line trace that it's doing when this happens, when we stop seeing the target, essentially. Something like that. Anyway, cool. I'll hope carry this on and see you guys around.